Hi everyone, it's Ricardo here with the Junk Guys Junk Removal Service today. I'm talking to you along for an incredible, exciting, and frankly, massive estimate for one of the management companies that I've worked with for the last, 10 years, right? They were one of the most popular ones that I call me out at least once or twice a week. And it's weird because they're an account that has trusted me for such a long time and I've never really met them. So anyway, we're going to talk about this huge warehouse clean out at what used to be Joann's Fabric Store. And it's kind of sad because so many stores have been filing bankruptcy or closing, and there's been so many closures with this bad economy lately. But, I guess that's what happens as one big store closes, another one will close right next to it because almost everything around this place has died off. Now, this isn't just any old retail space. This is Joann's, which has been a fixture here since 1995. So think about that, nearly 30 years in this very location. It's pretty wild to see it like this now. It's just empty. It looks like a desert, and there's even music still playing and the electricity's still on. What's even crazier is how this entire shopping center has just went, completely dead. There's hardly any life here anymore. Stores that were once neighbors like Big Lots packed up and went out of business years ago. Smaller shops like, there's a card store down the street. There was a Don Pablo's, all have closed down. They've all come and they've gone. But Joann's, one of the original anchor stores, it was the one last standing one. As a testament to show how long it's been here, but eventually they couldn't even hold on either. The primary task here is to go in and remove over 72 massive shelving units and knickknacks here and there. There aren't your typical home bookshelves. Some of them are over 7 foot to 10 foot high. We're talking about heavy duty industrial grade shelving that filled this enormous 35,000 square feet retail space. This is a job that's definitely beyond what one person can handle, so it's going to take a crew. Actually, I brought my brother along just to see this, so I wanted to show him the things that I do. I really value his input, especially on a project of this scale, to help me kind of strategize and figure out exactly how we could bid or should bid on something this complex. As we started walking through the expansive space out here, it was quickly became clear that this job is about much more than just shelves. Everywhere that we looked, we saw many other things that just made complete sense for us to remove and haul off. From leftover fixtures and display cases to various debris and forgotten items, recycling, metal. This place is a treasure trove of junk that just needs to go. Since I own Junk Guys, the junk removal service, this is exactly the kind of large-scale, challenging projects that we excel at. We're equipped for big jobs, and this is certainly one of them. This isn't just a simple pickup that requires a significant planning it requires significant planning, manpower, and the right equipment to get it done efficiently and safely. We're going to have to factor in everything. The sheer volume and the material that this time that it will take, the logistics of breaking down and haul away these massive shelves and all the additional items that we find or that we identified, this is going to be a huge estimate for our client, but it's a job that Junk Guys Junk Removal Service is perfectly positioned to handle. We're ready for the challenge. So let's take a look at this whole shopping center. As y'all can see, from the front to the back, there's a lot of stuff that needs to get cleaned. Now here's where it gets really interesting for us. As we walked around, we noticed some of the amazing opportunities. Some of these tall shelves and even some of the artwork or fixtures that were, they're absolutely perfect for our Junkyard Haunted House. Imagine these towering shelves being repurposed as terrifying walls within the haunted house. It's a huge advantage for us. We'll be able to transport them from here to our haunted house property, which isn't far at all. Honestly, it's only about 8 miles away. This means our expenses for the haunted house will be significantly lower just because we're essentially getting free building materials. It's kind of, it's these things that intricate details and repurposing opportunities that make a job like this truly unique. Beyond the haunted house potential, there's also a significant amount of recycling opportunities here, especially a lot of metal. We spotted ladders, various metal fixtures, and so many other items that we can properly recycle. Listen, it's all about finding value in what others might consider junk, and that's a cornerstone of what we do here at Junk Guys. Being able to offer them a good price while still benefiting from the reusable materials, that's incredibly valuable to me. After consideration, me and my brother, we had sat down, we had a good talk. It's pretty much decided that the price for entire cleanout is going to sit somewhere between the $25,000 to $35,000 mark. And I think that's incredibly reasonable for them. They mentioned that they got another estimate from a different company for a whopping $50,000. I mean, this management company wasn't even going to consider that price point. It was completely out of their budget. That's actually one of the main reasons they called me out here. They knew that I was going to be able to give them a much better, more competitive bid while still providing the top-notch service that they wanted. So this is a part where we plan to execute this beast of a job. My brother and his friend Keith and I have already put our heads together and mapped out our strategy. Our goal is to complete this massive clean out in just 2 days. And to make that happen, we're going to have to contract at least 4 local junk removal companies to help us out. So if you're out there listening to this video, you better reach out to me, send me a text, or hit me up on some DMs or something. Just get a hold of me. My brother was a little hesitant at first, wanting to keep all the work in-house, but I kind of convinced him that contracting and sharing the load of the money on a job like this makes perfect sense. By bringing in these additional contracted crews, they can tackle a lot of the heavy lifting, especially breaking down those numerous shelves, which is crucial for our tight timeline. Well, here's how we're going to break it down. We have 2 guys dedicated to breaking down items, another 2 guys focused on hauling those materials directly to the dumpsters. Now, we've pre-booked the dumpsters already, so speaking of them, we'll have 2 40-yard dumpster placed right outside the warehouse to handle the sheer volume of material. We're thinking strategically about the different categories of items. For instance, the stuff that can be recycled will go on its own stream. The items going to the haunted house will carefully set aside, and any of the things that the contractors handle is a category, and of course the wood and the general trash will be loaded directly into those massive dumpsters. This organized approach is how we're going to effectively complete this huge project for our client, and let's do this because we're ready to work.